both business and battle, success hinges on a clear mission. A mission without defined objectives. Well, that's one-way ticket to failure. Just like in the military, where failing to identify the target can lead to catastrophic outcomes, the same holds true for business. If you're aiming to hit a 7-figure run rate within the next year, you need to think like a commander preparing for a mission. Your niche is your target acquisition, and without it, you're marching blindfolded into enemy territory. See, I want to harp on the importance of defining your niche, as it is your target acquisition process. Think of your business like a mission out of a forward operating base. You're all geared up, weapons checked, and the patrol's ready to roll out. But wait, what's the mission? Where's the objective? Without a clear target, you're just a bunch of soldiers wandering around hoping not to get shot. Defining your niche is akin to identifying that target. It's your starting point, the first step in a well-executed plan that will lead to victory, or in this case, a 7-figure revenue stream. And if you're unclear about your niche, if you don't know who you're serving or what your problem is that you are solving for your ideal client, then you're setting yourself up to fail. And you'll end up moving the goalposts, missing targets, and ultimately burning out without achieving your mission. So now that you've got your target, the next step is to reverse engineer your objective. Imagine you're planning for an assault. You don't just charge up the hill and hope for the best. What you do is you would then map out the terrain, you would then analyze the enemy's position, and you would identify the resources you need, and then you craft a step-by-step plan to take that hill with minimal casualties. In business, this means understanding exactly what metrics you need to hit that 7-figure run rate. How many sales you need, how many leads must your marketing efforts generate, how many events should you host, how many people should be at those events, how large should your mastermind group be, what is it that you're actually needing to offer. These are your metrics, your checkpoints on the way to the objective. But here's the kicker. Without a clear target, your checkpoints mean nothing. You'll just keep moving them back and pushing deadlines and watching your belief in the mission dwindle. And when that happens, you're not just failing to achieve your objectives, you're sabotaging yourself. Your focus will falter and you might even change course entirely, when what you really need to do is stay the course and see the mission through. See, there is power of clarity. And by hitting your target and beyond, that comes from understanding crystal clear what it is you need to do moving forwards. And look, when I transitioned out of the military, my first foray into civilian life was life coaching and hypnotherapy. From there, I then moved into running a digital agency because I was fascinated by systems and processes. And yeah, that's probably from my military career as an officer. But it wasn't just about making money. I was about helping small businesses grow by saving time and reducing human error. But then something deeper called to me, and it was a desire to help men become better leaders, both in their families, unit, and in their businesses. But this wasn't just a business pivot. It was a mission driven by a deeply personal wound, which was me lacking that father figure growing up during my transition from boyhood into manhood. So this was a personal objective, and it gave me the clarity I needed. But what I did is I was drawing on my military background, my career capital, and I planned my business strategy the same way I would plan a military operation. I defined my mission to hit 7 figures in the first 12 months of my coaching business, which I did, and then reverse engineered the steps that needed to get there. I identified the sales metrics, the number of leads, the number of sales calls, the number of people, the number of events, the number of the mastermind group that I needed over 12 months necessary to achieve my objective. And staying on mission, avoiding burnout and goalpost shifting, without clear objectives, you risk burning out. So imagine being on patrol with no clear destination, no chance to resupply, and no time to regroup. You're stuck out there, constantly in motion, but getting nowhere. The same happens in business when you don't have a clear target. You keep moving and you keep working, but you're not hitting anything. And over time, this wears you down, and the temptation to pivot grows stronger. But pivoting isn't always the solution. Sometimes it's just a sign that you've lost sight of the target. To avoid this, you need to take a step back, reassess your mission, and ensure your objectives are crystal clear. Only then can you move forward with confidence, knowing that every action you take is bringing you closer to your goal. And when you hit your target, you have the luxury of returning to base, regrouping, and then planning the next phase of your mission. But without that initial clarity, you're doomed to wander aimlessly, burning out before you ever reach your goal. So here's your action plan. I want you to define your niche. Identify your target with the same precision you would in a military operation if your life depended on it. Reverse engineer your objectives. Break them down into actual metrics that guide your every move. Stay the course. Don't let shifting goalposts or creeping doubts derail your mission. The battlefield of business is not for the faint-hearted. It's a place where only the focused, the disciplined, and the prepared survive. By applying military precision to your business strategy, you can hit that 7-figure run rate within 12 months and set yourself up for long-term success. So now it's time to execute. Get clear on your mission, define your objectives, and go out there and achieve victory. And if this helped you, subscribe, comment below what you got the most out of this. I'd love to keep in touch, but until then, the battlefield is awaiting, and I'll see you on the other side.